Have you ever tried to do the right thing only to have it go terribly wrong? Imagine reaching out to save something precious, something priceless. Your instincts take over. Your only thought is to protect, but in that single, well-intentioned moment, you seal your own doom. This is not a scene from a science fiction movie. It is an ancient story, a profound mystery that has echoed through millennia, leaving us with a question that challenges our very understanding of fairness and the divine. Why would a benevolent God strike a man down for simply trying to help? The story of a man named Uzzah forces us to confront this very puzzle. We journey back thousands of years. The world was a different place. The lines between the physical and the spiritual were not just blurred, they were woven together in a tapestry of profound significance. Every object, every action could be a conduit for immense power, creation, destruction. In this world lived a man whose name would become forever linked with a shocking act of God. His story is a stark reminder that even the best intentions can cross a line we didn't know was there. It begs us to ask, are there forces in the universe, rules so absolute that ignorance is no excuse and a simple touch can be fatal? This tale is more than just a historical account from the pages of the Old Testament. It is a cosmic riddle wrapped in a human tragedy. It forces us to peer into the very meaning of holiness, what it means to be set apart, to be sacred. So who was this man, Uzzah? He wasn't a king or a high priest. He was an ordinary Israelite, a son of a man named Abinadab. For decades, the most sacred object in all of Israel, the Ark of the Covenant, had been kept at his family's home in Kiriath Jearim. Imagine growing up with the physical embodiment of God's presence under your roof. Uzzah and his brother Ahio were entrusted with its care. They lived with it, guarded it, and knew its significance more intimately than most. They were not strangers to the Ark, they were its designated keepers. Men who understood the weight of the responsibility placed upon their family. And what was this box they were guarding? The Ark of the Covenant was no mere chest. It was the ultimate symbol of the agreement, the covenant between God and the people of Israel. Inside it was said to hold the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, a pot of manna from the desert and the staff of Aaron. It was meticulously crafted from acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold, both inside and out, but its value wasn't in the gold. Its true significance was the belief that the very presence of God, the Shekinah glory, dwelled between the 2 golden cherubim that adorned its lid, the mercy seat. For the Israelites, the Ark was their connection to the divine. It was their protector in battle, the heart of their worship, and the most tangible proof of their special relationship with their God. Its holiness was absolute and untouchable. There were strict, explicit rules for its handling. Only one tribe, the Levites, and specifically the family of Kohath, were permitted to transport it. Even they were forbidden from touching it directly. The day began with celebration. King David and all of Israel were filled with joy. Music filled the air, people singing, playing harps, playing lyres, playing cymbals. They were finally bringing the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, the city of David, Jerusalem. This was a monumental event. To transport the Ark, they placed it on a brand new cart. They appointed Uzzah and his brother Ahio to guide it. Ahio walked ahead of the cart. Uzzah walked alongside it, a guardian on its final journey from his family's home. The procession was a spectacle of national pride. The journey wound through the hills toward the capital. They reached the threshing floor of Nakon. Perhaps the ground was uneven. The oxen pulling the cart stumbled. The cart lurched violently to one side. The Ark teetered, threatening to slide off. Uzzah reached out his hand to steady it. Visual emphasis. Silhouette of a man reaching out toward a golden box on a tipping cart, frozen in crisis. In that instant, the music stopped. The celebration turned to horror. The biblical account is stark. The Lord's anger burned against Uzzah. God struck him down. He died there beside the Ark of God. His act of preservation became an act of fatal violation. The joyous procession came to a dead halt, replaced by stunned silence. The man who had tried to save the Ark was now lifeless. The event sent a wave of fear and confusion through everyone present. Most of all, King David. The Bible says David was not just sad, but angry and afraid. He abandoned his plan to bring the Ark into Jerusalem. Instead, he had the Ark diverted to the nearby house of Obed-Edom. The nation was left to grapple with the terrifying mystery of what had just transpired on the road to Jerusalem. To our modern minds, this story is honestly deeply troubling. We live in a world that values intention above almost all else. If someone means well, we're taught to be forgiving. Uzzah's action seems not only forgivable but commendable. He was trying to protect a sacred object from falling. So, why would God punish this? It feels, well, disproportionate, cruel, kind of arbitrary. It paints a picture of a God who is capricious, wrathful, which clashes with the message of love and forgiveness many associate with divinity. This apparent injustice is the core of the mystery. The reaction seems harsh because we filter it through our cultural and ethical lenses. We see a man, a flawed but well-meaning human, and a rule. When the man breaks the rule for a good reason, we expect leniency. We prize the spirit of the law over the letter. Uzzah's intent was to honor the ark, not defile it. So why was he not judged by his heart? This leads many to question the morality of the story and the nature of God. It clashes with our sense of fairness. Some see divine overreaction, like touching a live power line. The result may not be punishment, but the natural consequence of contacting immense force.